Hello, guys. What's going on? Once again, this is the Club of the Man 1993 coming to you for just a quick little video just to, give my thoughts and thanks to a baseball player who today announces retirement. Someone whose career started around the time where I first started watching baseball, and he definitely, for a while, was one of the best catchers of all time, I gotta say. Unfortunately, we'll talk about that shortly, but I'm doing this while I have another video exporting, which is game 2 of my Backyard Baseball 2003 season play. So that'll hopefully be up sometime in the next hour or two, I'd say. But I want to get this video out there real quick because it was revealed today that now former Minnesota Twins catcher, first baseman, and designated hitter Joe Mauer announced his retirement today after 15 years of playing in the major leagues. As we all know, Mauer spent his entire career in his hometown with the Minnesota Twins, and he played from 2004 till 2018. I believe that's 3 years work. He had 15 seasons. A knee injury limited his rookie season. He made his major debut, I think, on opening day in 2004. But then a knee injury cost limited to only just 35 games in his rookie season. But then he would go on up until like 2013 to be one of the best hitting catchers in the league. He won 3 batting titles over the course of his career. His career high, I think, was a 365 mark, and I can't remember which year it was. His best season, no doubt about it, was still his 2009 MVP season, where he hit like 340, maybe that's where he hit 365. I can't remember one years, but he did miss the first month of the season. I remember, but he had one of his best years with batting average. He had career high in home runs with 28. I think he participated in the home run derby that year also. I think because Mauer was not always meant to be a power hitter. I mean, he had some years where he hit 15 homers or whatnot, but he was never up really there for power. But his Gold Glove and his play discipline, tough guy to strike out and whatnot. And again, he did win a couple Gold Gloves also behind the plate. I think he won 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly, but then, of course, the problem that Mauer had throughout his career, as a lot of people who, again, come up a little short, I'd say, at some points, were injuries, and most of them were concussions. That limited him. He had a knee injury earlier, he had a back injury also at one point, but it was mostly concussions that kind of limited his career, which is why at the end of the 2013 season, I believe it was, they moved him to first base. Now, if Mauer didn't move to first base, I think he would have instantly been into the Hall of Fame with numbers he put up. If the numbers he ended up putting up for his entire career, if that was all as a catcher, he'd definitely be in the Hall of Fame. But unfortunately, since he got moved to first base, that might cost him a little bit. He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer for the Twins. He is up in the rankings for several offensive categories for the Twins. But as far as in the Baseball Hall of Fame altogether, I think he came up just a little bit short. His long-term deal though ended after this season. With having kind of a bit of a resurgence. He only had like 267, I think, from 2014 to 2016. But 2017, 2018, he hit like 305 and 282. It's kind of like a research. But then, he's 35 years old. Apparently has 2 twins. I think a third child either on the way or already coming also. With his contract run up, he felt, he's satisfied. He's going to finish with like over 2,000 hits, almost 150 home runs, and hitting over 306 for his entire career. Again, Joe Mauer, again, thank you, as always, for a bunch of greats for making the game of baseball a great game to watch. I definitely respected your career. Definitely one of the better catchers we've had over the past decade and whatnot. I wish you the very best in your retirement. And if you do get into the Hall of Fame someday, I definitely think you deserve it. But again, my thing is, since he got moved to first base, after 2013, I think that's what's going to cost him getting into the Hall of Fame. He did actually, though, in his final Major League game, though, September 30th this year, he did actually catch one pitch, which probably was a sign that he was at least not coming back to the Twins. But yeah, definitely the game of baseball will not be the same next year without Joe Mauer. But thank you again, Joe Mauer, for everything you've done for baseball. Again, what are your thoughts on Joe Mauer's career and his announcement of retirement as well? He's only 35 years old, but once again, time to move on, he felt. And plus, the catcher's position is not really meant to be an everyday position to begin with, because it's a rough position to play. And I also forgot to mention he was a 6-time All-Star. I forgot to mention that as well. But yeah, once again, thank you, Joe Mauer, once again. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below about Joe Mauer announcing his retirement. Be sure to always click my like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93. DemandAirborne93. I can't talk right now, but I will see you guys all later. So until then, guys, have a great rest of your night. And peace out, everybody.